Welcome back, my friend. Welcome to my channel again. This is Justin Long from Justin Long Ministries. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing, like I said, if you receive a prophecy, will your spirit always bear witness that this prophecy is an accurate word and is actually from the Lord? But before I jump into today's content, I want to invite you to hit that subscribe button below, hit the like button, give it a thumbs up, and please share this video. This is a way that you can support the ministry. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, let's actually jump in today's content. So the inner witness of the Spirit with our spirit is one way of determining that a prophetic word is from the Lord. Romans 8:16 says this, that the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God. However, it is probably the most subjective way to discern, since our witness, our quote-unquote witness, can easily be clouded by our own previous prejudices or by our own ways of thinking or by incorrect knowledge or by the fact that we don't know what's truly in our hearts. As human beings, we all have blind spots and we need to be honest and we need to acknowledge those things. The prophet Jeremiah said that the heart is deceitful above all things, so therefore it can be difficult for us to truly know what's in our hearts. For that reason, we should not discard a word as inaccurate or incorrect simply because we do not witness to it. I'm going to share an Old Testament example of this principle. Let's look at Elisha and Hazael. There's a story in 2 Kings. Let me look at, I believe it's 2 Kings 8:7-15. It talks about Elisha and Hazael. And in this story, we see that the king Ben-Hadad, he was sick. He was suffering from an illness. He sends his servant Hazael to go consult the man of God, the prophet Elisha. So Hazael goes to Elisha on behalf of the king, says to Elisha, hey, the king would like to know whether or not he will recover from this sickness. So then Elisha prophesies and says to Hazael, go tell the king this, that he surely will recover from his sickness. But then Elisha starts to weep. And the reason why Elisha is weeping, because he's feeling the heart of God, and the Lord shows him something of the future. And he starts to prophesy to Hazael and says to Hazael, yes, but I see you becoming king. I see you actually committing tremendous atrocities to the people of Israel. I see you murdering babies. I see you ripping open pregnant women and committing all sorts of heinous crimes and etc. Hazael is astonished and surprised by this word from Elisha. Why is that? Well, it's because Hazael didn't think he would be capable of such evil atrocities. He thought, well, how could this be? I couldn't see myself doing this. He's like, you know what? This is just not who I am. This is not in my heart. This is what he says. But then the reality is that later on, as Hazael returns back to the king, to Ben-Hadad, he consults Ben. He says, hey, listen up. The prophet says that you will recover. Later on that night, Hazael takes a cloth, he gets water on it, he puts it together, then he suffocates King Ben-Hadad, and therefore Ben-Hadad dies, so he's murdered, and therefore Hazael becomes king. And then just like the word that the prophet gave Hazael, it starts to unfold and come to pass. He starts to commit atrocities against the people of Israel and etc. And we see this played out in 2 Kings 13. So the reality is that we don't know our hearts and therefore we need to be careful to say that, to dismiss any word that we perceive as not being a correct or accurate word because we don't bear witness to it. So I hope this video has encouraged you. I hope this has brought some understanding and some enlightenment to this topic. So if you want to know more about my ministry, go to justinlongministries.org. If you want to be notified when more content is coming out, then hit that notification button. I thank you so much for tuning in today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Take care and God bless.